What's up, Viridian County gang? We are back, and I'm your host, Red Kool-Aid. On our last episode, we built the Fairview district so we can have a little oil industry going on. This episode, we are going to revamp our train station. My skills in procedural objects have come a long way, and I've never been a fan of this building. It was really just kind of a placeholder. So I want to take some time while I don't really have anything too major going on as far as needing to, build up infrastructure or anything like that, to just get this train station out of here, man, and do something way more custom. I'm going to use this building. I found it on the workshop, and I feel like it kind of looks like a terminal a little bit. So we're going to use PO. And what I wanted to do is I want to make the inside of the train station, I wanted to make it where you can see the inside of the train station from the tracks, like from across the street. I want the inside of the train station to have a few props and things inside to make it really feel more like a terminal. Here you can see me using I'm not even sure what you call those little points. I'm using the little access points to kind of move the wall up and out of the way. I also put some brick pillars down. Here I'm just using a block I found on the asset workshop to make a ceiling, because as you know about City Skylines, most of the buildings, if you look inside, they don't really have walls. They don't have all the geometry. So I'm using a surface network and some decals to kind of make a floor. I end up having to do this over once I move it, but I just kind of want to get a feel for what it looks like on the inside. As you can see, I used the Stewart Hall sign again on this station, but that's pretty much it for the outside. I need to move this station out of the way and kind of clear some of this stuff back, and we're gonna pop this down. Like I said, I wanted to kind of extend over the tracks, the little roof area to kind of extend over the tracks, like a little shelter for people waiting on the train. I'm gonna use some door props to kind of decorate the outside. A lot of these doors and stuff really won't actually be functional, but it looks good. And I end up replacing that one door with a Tesco. I did have a Tesco Express on the old train station kind of sticking out, and I end up doing that again, so ignore that door on the end. Right here I'm going to put just a few fruit market stand props. Maybe somebody's kind of got this space. They paid a little money so they can sit here and kind of sell their fruit. And the rest of this is mostly detailing, so let's get into some music. You guys hang out. I just wanted to pop back in and speak on what I'm doing right now. The Tesco is functional, but the KFC and the Pizza Hut, they're just props. I just wanted a little bit more decoration on the back side. I think it looks cool. And also I wanted to change the station sign. So you'll see me St. James Station. Even though this is technically in Sunset Park, the bigger area is St. James. So we'll put that as the sign. Music. I knew I wanted to put a billboard in this spot right here, this kind of blank spot, but this Winchester brand, it's just not black enough for me. We're going to end up swapping that out. You'll see what I change it for. And now for the meat and taters of the episode, we are building a new residential district right up against the edge of the river. It's going to be called River Park. I know not too much creativity going into that one, but I love the name. We're going to clear out some of these trees. And I'm going to do a little bit of a road network. Some of this will change, but I do want to keep it kind of simple, serviced by a tram, its own school complex. Y'all know how I do. Before that, I need to work on the areas that are right outside the neighborhood, because I have a bad habit of leaving these blank spaces that I don't mean to leave blank. This first, the white factory building, has been recoded into an office space. The second one is procedural objects because there is no building in this set that is that size. I will end up eventually making that a functional industrial building, but I just don't know what to do with it right now, and I want to finish this off. I don't want to get bogged down by the minutia, which I do a lot. So we're going to add some of these, disused industrials right here, and then a corner store kind of deli deal to kind of start the neighborhood off. Let's slide that back a little bit. And like I said, it's just so I bridge the area between this really small industrial space and that was our parking deck that was actually holding the space for our train station, all the way up into a few episodes ago. So we're going to lay down some of these Brooklyn assets. The River Park district will have its own unique set of houses. I just want to build the perimeter. What's right up against it? What area does it lead into? Let's put a little commercial on that corner. I'm thinking about putting another one. I think I end up just using a park. I actually like that corner building a lot. So I just want it to be, a little plaza area. People come, grab something to eat, hang out, feed the ducks. You know how we do. Viridian County, y'all. You'll see me use these little corner park assets a lot. I love them. They're simple. They're already, ready to go. I don't have to do too much. And as always, you can see me taking out a loan because why I go broke all the time. That's how y'all know it's real, though. So moving on to the houses that we're going to use for the River Park neighborhood, I'm using the American Row, some of the houses from the American Row house set by the asset creator Smiles. He, she, or they is one of my absolute favorite creators, especially for residential stuff. Everything looks detailed. Everything looks weathered and real. I love it. Most of the houses in the set also are brick. Most of them are, but there are color variations, a lot of color variations, and I've decided to really focus on using the color variation versions for this specific district. There's some brick joints mixed in, but I wanted to keep it colorful. A lot of this is really, really tedious, like arranging the houses, recoloring the houses. So I'm going to speed it up. I'm going to play some tunes. I'm Red Kool-Aid. This is Viridian County. Stick around. I'll be back. As far as our residential, that's pretty much it. The rest of the areas are going to be used for some services, a little bit of shopping. So let's lay down some pipes. Bam, bam. Let's get a loan because we poor. Let's take it. All right. Let's delete this one building right here, and we're going to put down a really small fire station from the Brooklyn set. I like this. Better use of the space. Pop down a pharmacy. Smile. Thank y'all. I know. And let's get 12 a little place where they can hang out, eat donuts, and lock folk up. And right here on this corner, let's put a little banking activity. All right, let's skip down the block a little bit because I got something to. Wait a minute, what is going on here? Why are you oil trucks going down? No, we're not gonna start these shenanigans where y'all start this random routing all of a sudden. We're gonna have to fix that. Probably off camera, but we're gonna make sure these trucks aren't doing any of this random stuff. I don't get jiggy with none of this random stuff. Get out of here. Y'all are not gonna be using these streets to take your goods now. That's not what we're doing. Let's get these trucks banned on at least this road right here. And if they need to bring goods into the area, there's a lot of shopping down here anyway. So let's get them banned. We don't want them using that as a cut through. So we're going to slide down to the end of the block and use this odd shape to lay down some of our educational assets. Definitely need people somewhere to go to school. We're going to lay down our elementary school, our high school, a foosball stadium.
Foosball? You all gallivant with your fancy foosball friends at school?
And this dope blue tennis court asset I found. I do end up switching out to elementary school. I know y'all looking at it like, bro, that don't match. It bothers me too, trust me. But I get on the asset workshop shortly after this and find something that is fire. Do not worry. So right now I'm just kind of arranging the assets because I want it to all have its own kind of contained parking lot. I don't want people to just be popping in off the street. Keeps the traffic down. If you go to school here, use these roads. If not, stay off these roads, bro. You have no business. We're watching you. Cameras, all that. So you can see me finagling this elementary school to kind of line up on the road. I really don't know where I'm gonna put the parking lot at this juncture, but I'll figure it out. You'll see what I kind of end up doing. I'm gonna lay down some of the actual parking lots. They're not gonna be giant, but you know, the district isn't giant, so that's okay. And I'm thinking of connecting this up. Not even sure if I leave that like that, but let's go ahead and get some surface painter down. I want the whole area to be gravel, some leaf decals and things like that. Definitely gonna use some hedges, some bare trees. I'm gonna try to keep the detailing to a minimum. I've been keeping a watch on my prop count and I've definitely OD'd a little bit, so we need to be mindful of that. Let's unpaint the area right where the end zone is to this little stadium area. Let's get that. And in the blank space that I left in between the residential, I wanted to put a little market kind of park area. This will be functional. That small one that I laid down, that's an actual functional eco-organic asset. The middle piece with the majority of the little awnings, that's just a park, just for aesthetics. Let's detail some of this up. This is gonna be a lapse. Stay tuned. It's Viridian County. All right, as we're finishing up our little market, we're gonna definitely, y'all know I'm gonna go back and crush this off camera, but we laid down enough. So the last portion of our neighborhood that's actually a real portion is we need a little shopping district. There's a tram exchange down here that I've been kind of using as a temporary kind of exchange between the Evans Forge district and the rest of the city, and that needs to be just a little more spiffy. So we're going to use some of these commercial assets that I found. They're blank. We're going to put signs on them. Don't worry. And we're going to surface this because it's actually it's hard to see on off like from a distance, but that neighborhood river park kind of sits up really kind of on a hill, or really I guess the Sunset Park district is in sort of a recess. So going back up this hill, we're gonna need to surface some of this off. We're gonna need to retain wall some of that off so it all looks clean. Slide this forward a little bit. I can definitely see that it's on, but it's not on. We're gonna clean that up. Don't worry. Right now, oh, there's a tram. Right now, the tram stop is behind the bank, the exchange. I mean, and there's like a tunnel running in it. We're gonna do the same kind of deal. You know, it's just gonna take us a little bit longer because we gotta make sure we're being, you know, aware of where our other assets gonna go. There's stuff behind us that I need to, you know, have some space for. I want to lay down the child daycare assets. I want to lay down just a couple of more things to make the area feel more like a plaza, not the DLC version of a plaza, but you know, our version of a plaza. I'm gonna use some of this good old classic brick wall. I am struggling right now because of this surface. We're gonna go ahead and get some of this drug out behind here so it seals this off. I don't want really anything on behind this facing the street because it just keep our traffic down. Right behind us, you can see the tram stop, and you know that's our main little industrial drag. Even though it has a tram road on it, the road's not really as busy as you would think. It's really just a tram, a few oil trucks. That's it. You access the train station from the other side. It's just overpasses, so you don't need to drive a car back there. There's really none of that going on. So I've managed to keep the traffic really good. I've seen my traffic as high as 89%, and I'm over the moon about that. So right here, you can see me creating the little tunneling area. I don't want people walking and crossing the street. Also, I've used PO to make my own little custom Viridian County one-stop and shop things out of these little they're like Russian bus stops, I think, but I use PO to kind of change some of the stuff on, well, just the sign, and now it's, you know, I feel like it's ours. I really like the vibe of this area. It came out exactly how I wanted. I didn't sandbox anything. I wanted to just build raw. So I'm gonna finish detailing up our children's place, and we need to get into a detailing time lapse. So pardon me for all the detailing, guys, but we want things to look complete in our cinematics. I don't want to have to go back and do reshoots and add stuff to just get little cool shots. This Viridian County, we do it right the first time.
You're rocking with the DJ that keeps the hits coming.
shit wetty like on Shaq. See the shots that I took. Wet like on Brooke. Wet like on Lizzie. I be spinning valley circle blocks till I'm busy. Like where is he? No one seen him. I'm tryna clean him. She's in love with who I am. Back in high school, I used to bust it to the dance. Now I hit the FBO with duffels in my hands. I didn't have a sad 13 hours till I land. Had me out like a light, 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 like a light. Yeah, pass the dose of silly, sending texts, sending kites. Yeah, you sick, keep that on like I say, you know this shit is tight. Yeah, it's absolute. I'm back with boo. It's lit, got me right.
While I was finishing up, I saw one area that I was like, yo, I got this idea I've been wanting to do, and I'm finally going to do it. You guys are witnessing it. First, we need to bounce over to Photoshop. This is an actual mural from somewhere. I'm going to have to assume the Caribbean, some island, something, just by the construction around it. You know, it looks, I lived in Kingston for like a year. This looks like it could be Jamaica. Don't know, but this is dope. This is fire. The way they did that, whoever's idea this was, you were on one, my guy. So we're going to use one of these murals. We're going to swap this out, and we're going to add this into our River Park neighborhood just to give it, like I said, every time you see me build the area, I like building one thing that makes that area super unique. So when you see it, even as not the builder, as the viewer, you'll know, oh, I know where we're at. That's where the Black Rifle Coffee is. That's where the mural of the girl with the purple afro is. That's, you know, I want to have those little areas. So this is definitely going in the mix. Got to jig the tones around a little bit to match some of the trees. It won't be perfect, but it's going to be really, really good using, I think it's a vanilla tree, actually. I don't think this is an asset workshop tree at all. We're going to save that up, export that as the PNG. This area right here, we're going to go ahead and make just a wall. This is kind of like somebody's backyard. And we're going to stick this mural on here. I didn't want to do this all in time lapse. Some of it will be, but yo, I was just really excited to finally find a spot where I was comfortable executing this idea. And it looks fire in them cinematics. So we can go ahead and lay that out. And we're going to use these, I believe these are vanilla trees, dude. If I'm wrong, you know, tell me in the comments. We're going to have to spin it around because I want it to look, you know, realistic as I can get it. And you know, as the trees, they come in the giant versions too. We got to make sure we get the smallest version we can so we tuck up and make that fro look just right. We want that 1979 Jackson 5 level fro. It's got to be symmetrical. It's got to look like a microphone. It's got to be on point. You can't play around. It's for the culture. So we're going to keep stacking these trees up, moving them around. It's starting to look it's looking a little something right now. It ain't perfect, but we getting there. Don't worry, we're going to mix a few other trees in to get the hue right. But right now, we just need to get the shape more on point. I'm also going to use a little bit of the ivy to kind of hang on the fence to make it feel even more lived in. I'm going to struggle a little bit. This stuff is hard to work with once you get more than one piece of it down. Slide this back some, and we're going to put some on the other side of the fence too. A little bit of detail and nothing major. I also noticed that we are like super close to our milestone, but I mean, I've hit my milestone. That's why I really don't even notice that anymore. I've got the things that I really want out of the city as far as transportation, but we're definitely about to hit that milestone. So our little tram stop is humming along. Just wait on that. We're almost there. Come on, guys. There we go. Big city, baby. I mean, again, it really doesn't matter to me at this point because I don't want giant things. I don't want airport. I don't want an airport. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? This place wouldn't have an airport, I don't think. And real talk, we don't even want you over here like that, bro. We're good. That's how this place is so dope because we don't have everybody just up in here with their goofiness and ridiculousness. We keep our community tight-knit. Where you from, fam? It's a lot of where you from going on in Viridian County. Where you from? Where your grandma stay? We don't know you, bro. But it's, you know, it's good to unlock things. We will eventually have some shipping going on, but it'll just be to us. I don't really care about you getting our stuff. We need our stuff. Back off, man. No, you know, that's cool. Whatever. I want to thank everybody that's hung around. If you've watched all 10 of these episodes, you are the real MVP. I want you to give yourself a hand. You the GOAT. You are the GOAT. Like, subscribe, comment, hit that noti, and come back for episode 11 when we build our first pedestrian district. Y'all know, man, I'm Red Kool-Aid. This is Viridian County. See you next time.